Hi, my name is Kevin McDonald, and I'm declaring my independence. Independence from what? Why, negative thoughts and energy, of course. Chief among them, hate, division, and fear. You see, I know that we're all one, and together we can solve any problem, save our planet and each other. Please, join me as we come together as one and choose a better way to be. So now, let's begin with my independence report. And welcome, everybody, to another episode of my Independence Report. This is a special one because we've got a beautiful young lady with us today, and she's brought to us by MTS Productions and Michael Stover. And her name is Lady Redneck. She hails from Dallas, Texas. Beautiful town. I love that town. And she is a singer-songwriter, and she's got a great personality. And as you can see, she ain't bad to look at neither. So, Lady Redneck, how are you today?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm great, too. It's a beautiful day. It hasn't rained in Seattle, Washington. It hasn't rained in over a month.
Oh, my word. Well,
yeah.
We're getting some rain down here, but it's not too much. It's just nice. It's just enough to cool us off for a couple days. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you are a singer-songwriter, and you do country music, and you've been doing it for how long now?
Okay, so I grew up playing music. Like I started playing the piano and the guitar when I was 6. So I've been doing music for a long time, but my own music, my own, vibe and craziness has been about 5.5 years.
And did you start, deciding that you wanted to write your own stuff, or did that just kind of show up one day?
No. So, growing up, I was in a family band and we did music all the time. It's what we kind of ate, slept, we were always performing, always. And so I think that I related to the world, in song. And so I would write songs all the time, depending on how I felt. And it was just a way for me to kind of like writing in your journal. So I have stacks and stacks of songs, and a lot of them are awful, especially in my teenage years. but yeah, so I've just always written, even when I was in college, I find myself writing in poem or song form. And so it's just kind of always been a part of who I am, to kind of understand the world and just kind of get some of my own feelings out that maybe I couldn't understand. So.
You were in a family band?
Yeah.
It wasn't called the Partridge Family, was it? Or the Cowsills?
We went by Dusty Boots in Idaho.
Uh-huh. That's a great name.
Yeah, an all-girl band. It was me and my sisters, and then my dad played guitar, and we had a girl drummer as well. But my sisters and I, we all played several instruments, and we would do switching we play in a song and switch in the middle, or all sorts of different fun things. But we had pop, pop, country, rock, 80, all different genres of music. So it just depended on whether we're doing a corporate event or doing a fair show or a wedding, or that kind of determined the music we were going to play.
So you actually were good enough to get booked and played quite a little bit then.
We played all over, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. We didn't play in Seattle, but we played all over those states. We were playing probably, even when I was in college, it was 4 to 5 nights a week. It was so much. Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot, especially when you're going to different venues.
Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot. Good thing we loved what we did, but yeah, it was a lot.
And when did you strike out on your own? About 5.5 years ago?
Yeah, just about 5.5 years ago. All my family still lives up in Idaho, and I moved down here about 12 years ago. Well, actually, it's only been about 11. And they kind of do shows and gigs and stuff occasionally still. But yeah, so 5.5 years ago, I'm down here by myself, and I thought I'm going to just record one of my songs and just see what happens. And then I put it out on social media. And at the time I didn't have a Facebook page. I didn't have Instagram, anything. And I put it out, and I had some independent stations saying, "Hey, we like your song. Can we play it?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then it made it on a couple of charts, and then it won a songwriting contest. So I was like, "Okay." So it just kind of started from there. I had a new baby, so I was like, I don't know that anything's gonna happen. I just want to see, and then it just kind of is gone and gone and gone. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So you have a 6-year-old child now? Is that about right?
7 now. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow. So, and you still have just the one?
Well, we have my husband had some kids from before, and so we actually have 5 total. So
Holy mackerel, you could start another band.
yeah, seriously, right?
Or a
Yeah.
basketball team, one of the two, whatever they're into. You know, that's really cool. That you worked and and got together with your family, and then that would have been a great deal of fun. And then you
Oh, it
obviously
was.
love your family.
I do. Like, so, and playing music sometimes, like, it's some of my favorite memories growing up. Just like my dad had a saying that a family that plays together stays together, and so we're all really close still. It's really nice.
Now, who was the lead singer? Were you the lead singer in the group?
So, like, okay, so there's 3 girls, me and my sister Sunny and my sister Kelly. We all like sing, kind of depending on the song, whatever which one matched our voice, better. So I think it was all pretty equal. We all sang. We all had lots of opportunities.
Oh,
So,
that's really cool. So, but then I assume you went down to Dallas because you got married and decided that, and that's where he was and stuff like that. Is that how that worked?
yeah. Well, he was in Utah. But when we got married, it was like the end of 2008, and he just basically, like, right after we got married, he kind of lost everything, so we just had to start again. And so we just decided, we just were like praying about where to move to, and felt like Dallas would be a great place, and it's been amazing. We just love it here, so it's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's lots of opportunities in Dallas, isn't there?
There are so many opportunities, so many talented musicians, so many. I love it here. I love the feel of it, the people, every part of this area I just love. So it's great to be here.
So, where did you get the sense of humor to put into your music?
I'm so glad you said that, because I don't know if everybody thinks my sense of humor is actually.
Oh, sure it is.
I don't know. I feel like I've got kind of I don't know. It's literally just my personality, and I write how I feel and how I'm thinking. So I don't know where it comes from, but
It's and the song. One of the songs that we're gonna play 2 songs today. One of the songs that we're gonna play is "I Dented Your Truck," and that is, if you have to have an experience down in Texas to realize that there is. In there, they love their dogs, they love their guns, they love their trucks, and then they love their women. And it seems to be somewhere in that order. I don't know.
Yeah. And their country.
and their country.
Yeah.
Now, you were doing pop and everything up north, and you went down to Dallas. What decided you to kind of work into the country genre?
So so until I was 12, I lived in this little teeny town. It was called Howe, Idaho. It was literally population 23.
Oh,
and
man.
we lived on a dairy farm. I like rode horses all the time, and I just grew up like listening to country music, and it's just always kind of felt like it's kind of my roots, I guess. And so even though I literally love all music, and I'll get hooked on other albums of other genres, but country is just more of who I am. It kind of just relates to my personality and and just who I am. So.
And you are just a country girl down in heart.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And now you put out some singles. Have you put out an album yet?
I put out 6 CDs, and I'm halfway through halfway to 7 already. So.
Oh, very good. Now CDs, full CDs.
Yeah, I have 8 songs on each of my CDs, and on all of them, I have 6 original songs and then 2 cover songs.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Now, are they all on Amazon so that people can find you if they go to Amazon?
They're all on Amazon and Spotify and Deezer and Apple Music and on my website, and just all over.
So this is my plea to anybody that listens to this down the road. Go to our website and buy a CD. Go to Amazon and buy a CD.
I appreciate that so much.
Don't download don't stream music. Just download it, buy it, pay for it. These people work incredibly hard. to get what you do, to do what you do, and you deserve to get paid for what you do. Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh, it's great fun. So we're gonna now. You just released, and they say in the business, you just dropped this one. I guess that's the new term. I guess everybody's using. They just dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it is I dented your truck. How did that song come about? What did you dent your husband's truck?
I did. Yeah, I did. I'm so embarrassed to say I did, and I felt just so bad. But this is a crazy thing. So when I dented it, it was actually up in Utah, which is funny. You'd assume it was in Texas, but there was so much snow on his truck, and I felt myself hit this pole. But when I got home, I looked at his truck and I didn't see any dent. I didn't see anything because there was all this snow and mud. And I'm like, oh, phew, I'm okay. It's fine. And then it was like 2 weeks later, like he'd actually washed his truck, and he came home and he's like, Steph, somebody must have done a hit and run at the store. There's this huge dent in my truck. And I was like, no. And I went out and looked, and I could tell from the color, because I knew what color that pole had been. And I was like, oh, shoot. I felt so bad. I didn't even have the guts to like tell him right then. It took me a couple hours to like, because I just felt so bad. I was like crying, and I'm so sorry.
But you see, you had the perfect opportunity. He gave you the excuse. Sorry, boy, that person at the store must have hit and run on you. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry about that. But you being a good Christian gal couldn't let that go, could you?
No, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to live with myself. I probably couldn't have even slept that night. I would have just been up all night going, oh no.
and yeah, like I said before, for those that don't know, in Dallas, Texas, everybody's got a truck virtually, and everybody treats them very, very gently until they take them out into the back roads.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But it's great. It's a great thing that they do, and I've spent some time in Dallas, and it's a remarkable place. It really is. And it's great fun to go down there and to hang out in the clubs and that kind of stuff. And now, do you regularly play in the clubs? Do you have a band that you put together to do this?
Well, so I do have a full band that I play with, but this is a crazy thing. So I had just right before, like my daughter that just turned 7, like I had just, when I started my music, she was so little, I decided I wasn't going to play or tour very much till she got like a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. And so last year I was actually going to tour, and I was putting together a band. I was getting all ready, and then COVID hit. And so it wiped it all out. And I've done some like House of Blues shows and like some local shows, but not like a ton. And I was like ready to just like hit the road. And so now that COVID is hopefully like at bay or hopefully whatever it is, hopefully bands are playing again. So I'm hoping to get out there and play some more. I've done a couple big shows lately with full band. So
it must feel really nice to get back in with a band and get on stage and having people loving your music and that kind of stuff.
It is. It's so much more fun. I mean, like live Facebook shows are fun, and like all the social media is fun, but it's not like a show. It's not like the same energy and just the craziness. And so, yeah, it definitely feels good. I'm anxious to be doing more of it for sure.
How many pieces do you have when you go out on the road?
Usually just bass guitar, drummer, guitar player, keys. And then I play instruments too, and so like I'll play on some of the songs, like different things or whatever. Or just dance up in front and get crazy. Either way.
Exactly. So after you wrecked your husband's truck, no, I'm kidding. After you put a dent in his truck. and how long was it before you wrote the song?
Well, that was like right after we were first married, so it's been a little while. But this is the terrible thing. I almost hate even admitting this. It was like 4 months ago or something, right before I wrote this song. I actually did in my truck, and it brought back. And I promise I'm a good driver. It doesn't sound like I am, but it brought back like all the terrible feelings and stuff. And so I just ran home and like wrote the song because I just like it came back to me.
Well, was it your fault?
Yeah, and it was a pole again. I don't know. It's with me and poles. I don't.
So you have a family of trucks then that you have.
Yeah, yeah. I got a family of trucks here. Yeah.
What's your favorite type of truck?
Oh, right now I got a Toyota Tundra.
Ah, very good. And what does he have?
He's got his Ram 1500.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's got one that I can't even get into those things. They're so big. It's and stuff. So anyway,
they are big.
So I think what we'll do is why don't we go ahead and play I Dented Your Truck, which is just out, and people can go download that. And that's on Spotify and everywhere, right?
Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah.
How long has it been out now?
I think 2.5 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks now. So we're just not even a month out.
How's it doing?
It's doing really good. I'm getting a ton of streams on it, and it's on like the Euro charts and the very first day it was like #1 in South Africa. I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of positive feedback. I've had people call, like I had a business call in Texas and say, hey, we really want to get this playing a lot more. Like, we love this song. And so I've had a lot of like really positive feedback about it. And I think just because people can kind of relate to it, because I'm not the only one that's dented somebody's truck. So, so I think that like, I think that people can kind of like laugh about it and go, oh yeah, I did that. Or, so.
Oh yeah. And by the way, just so you know, that is one of the extreme acts of love when somebody dents your truck and you still love them.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
When he came into the house, was he like crying? I'm so dented my truck. I can't believe it.
He wasn't crying at the time. Yeah, he wasn't crying, but he wasn't real happy either.
He was, I'm going to get me that whatever.
Yeah, he's more on that. Yeah.
Well, okay, so why don't we go ahead and play I Dented Your Truck, and this is Lady Redneck, and the song is entitled I Dented Your Truck.
I dented your truck. I feel so bad. Ran to the mall just to try to forget. Spent so much money trying to forget the dent, but I found some shoes, and it helped a little bit. 'Cause I'm your woman and I feel so bad. Forgive me. Your truck, and I felt so bad. 'Cause I'm your woman and I feel so bad. Forgive me. 'Cause I love you, baby, and my love for you is so sweet. I know you love your truck, so I will do whatever. Oops. She dented your truck. Sorry, so let me kiss you better. I'll kiss you, kiss you all better. Let me rub your back, take off your shoes, just sit back in your chair. Let me make your favorite dinner, and my fingers through your hair. I'm your woman and I feel so bad. Forgive me. sorry. I'll kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you all better. I'll kiss you, kiss you, kiss you all better.
That was, I don't know that you can ever kiss him all better. It would be, he would be, yeah, he would be too devastated by all of that. That is Lady Redneck, and the name of that song, which has only been out 2 weeks, maybe 3, is I Dented Your Truck. That's one of those tunes that should be in a jukebox in a bar in South Dallas or Fort Worth or something like that.
Yeah, I can hear it there.
Yeah, people would play that and stuff like that. So what is it? So now that COVID, we think maybe, possibly, we're not sure. Yeah, cross your fingers and hope that that's going away. But it may have one more nasty turn before it goes away. So everybody, please be careful and take care of yourselves and your families. But are you getting your band back together again? Are you practicing?
Well, I'm actually looking for. Well, I'm talking to a couple different management. So basically, like with my music, I have really awesome fans, and I crowdfund, and then they pay for me to record a song each month. And so basically, I've made my fans become my label, and so like I give them like T-shirts and do all these things in exchange for that. But then like their names are on the back of my CD. They help me like set up shows. They help me do all this stuff. So it's been like super awesome. So I'm really, I guess I've been cautiously proceeding forward. I've got somebody that I really enjoy for bass, somebody for guitar, somebody for keys. So I've got like the people kind of lined up ready. And I've had, I have people that are businesses that are asking me to play. So I'm kind of lining things up, but I'm just trying to decide like which way to go, like start doing local stuff, do a tour. I'm just trying to like figure out what my next move is as far as that goes. So,
by the way, where did you learn to market like that? Because that's brilliant.
Thank you. That's nice of you to say. When I first started my music, I didn't even know where to start or what to do. So I bought a little course, and just every month or two, I buy different courses, and I've just learned something from a whole bunch of different independent artists who've been successful. Like I'd heard about a great way to sell CDs through funnels. So I found an artist that did that had that. I found an artist who was really good with like social media. So I grabbed one of her courses, and a lot of times the courses are like $37, but you can learn so much. They pop up on Facebook all the time. And so I really actually enjoy marketing. I enjoy learning, and I read, instead of like fictional stuff, I love to read business books and marketing books, and I'm like really into that. I know that sounds really weird, but it's just like I just like love it. And so I've just tried to just learn, and I think just taking bits and pieces from all these different performers, it's helped me just kind of come up with my own thing, and it's been awesome. So
yeah, you're the second performer that I've run into that actually used crowdfunding to fund their CDs and their production. And she's in Sweden, so you wouldn't have met. But it's a great way for you and your fans to connect.
It is.
It's like they become your personal friends.
Yeah, they like, I feel like that they really are. And so part of what with the crowdfunding, like then I'll take them, like when I'm at the studio, I'll go live, and for a while I would just go live with just the people that donated. But it's been great. Like I really feel like they are a big part of my music, and they'll tell me like things that they like, or and like one of the big shows that I just did, like it was one of my fans totally set it up, made a DVD that I'm going to be able to professionally market, like a really amazing one. And he's just done a ton for my music. But I have a lot of really great fans that really care and try to help me out. So it's awesome.
Well, that's because they believe in your work.
Yeah. And that makes me feel really good. Yeah.
And as well, it should, because they're supporting you because they love the message that you present. They love your voice. They love everything about it, and they want to support you in a big way. And there are more of them out there. for you, I think, and that which is really cool. Really cool. You should be really proud of yourself.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
By the way, we're talking with Lady Redneck. Your website is ladyredneck.com.
I've got a ladyredneck.org, and then I've got a ladyredneckmusic.com. And so the Lady Redneck music.com actually has more of my merch. I have tons of t-shirts and posters and flip-flops and towels and hoodie, like tons of stuff on there. But the ladyredneck.org is where you can sign up on my email list and you can hear all my music. And so
now I'm curious, you've got a lot of merch, which is, by the way, short for merchandise if you're not in the biz. So you've got a lot of merchandise on your website. Where did you find it? How did you get it? How did you put it together? How do you ship it? How do you do all that stuff?
So once again, this is stuff that I've learned from courses. But basically, I'll hire somebody to, like, I'll come up with designs that I want, and then I'll hire somebody usually on Fiverr. And so I can find somebody, like, there's great people on there that you can get that are in other countries, and they, it's really inexpensive. And then I use a website where it's all drop shipping. So I can create it on there and I don't have to carry any merch at all. And so then when people buy it, then I don't even like touch it or deal with it at all. It's just all created. And so I've got pictures of everything, but I don't carry any of that. I've got a couple of the shirts that I've just went ahead and bought a whole bunch of here at the house. And like all of my CDs, if you order them on my website, I send them out personally and I sign them all. So none of that is drop ship, because I just feel like I want that personal connection. If somebody actually buys the CD, I want to sign it for them, and just write something if they want or whatever. But as far as all of the merch, it's just, I design it and then I just put it and make it product and put it on my website like that. So
now, is it, if somebody goes through and they walk this through with me, if somebody buys a hat or a t-shirt on your website, then that order gets placed with where it originates and it ships from where it originated to them. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that works for the people and you're actually spreading some wealth around because they're making some money because of the shipping and because of the shirt and that kind of stuff. So that really is a good way to build more people and to spread some money around, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's a blessing for all of us. And quite frankly, like usually if somebody orders like shirts and hats, quite often they'll order a CD too. And so all of that will get shipped, but then they'll still get a lot of the personal stuff too, like whenever I sign or like if they get a picture or something like that. And so it's a great way because I still feel like I connect and I see every order that comes in. So I know the names, like people that order all the time or whatever, like I see every single order that comes in. So I like, even though I don't ship out the t-shirts. And so quite often I'll try to thank them if I see them on a live show, or, if they comment on one of my posts, I'll be like, oh, I saw your order. Thanks so much for grabbing it, because I do appreciate it so much. So it's what helps me continue to do this and be able to do it.
And by the way, if you decide that you want to get one of Lady Redneck CDs, go to her website and she'll sign the dang thing for you.
Yep, I will.
And so when she's on the Country Music Awards and she wins Best Singer of the Year and stuff, that could be worth some money.
Yeah. It will be.
I think the world of you. I think you've got tons of talent, and you've got a great heart. You've got a good soul. I think that you've got everything that you need, and you're a musician to boot, and you're a singer-songwriter. You got everything you need to be successful. I just hope you are. And more so, I hope you're happy with everything in your life, the way it's going.
I really am happy. I really am. I feel very blessed.
Well, and I love your marketing aspect to it. You're doing really well. So that's really good to get the branding out there for you and what's happening for you, and then playing some clubs and doing all of that. So you're working it, baby. You're working it.
I'm sure trying.
Well, now the next song that we're going to play is a cover, correct?
Correct.
And there are some songs that you resonate with that you want to put your own stamp on, and this is one of those, right?
It is. Yeah.
How does it resonate for you?
I felt like it had this sweet little innocent vibe, and I felt like with the country swing, it just kind of made it was an already amazing song, but it brought out this whole other aspect of it. So it's almost like creating a new song, but yet it isn't new, and people loved it already. But I feel like that they have another way to love it, just because it's so different from the original in a lot of respects. But I think that once again,
as a matter of fact, I listened. I was halfway through it before I recognized it as being a cover. Yeah, because you're right. It is your interpretation of it, and that's honestly, that's what I love about artists that cover other songs. They have their own interpretation of how they would do it, and that makes it fun to listen to. And the other artists, the original artists that do it, they don't mind a bit, because they get the royalties, and they get to see how somebody else would attack that material.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a lot of fun. So why don't we play "Kiss Me"? Anything you want to add to that before we play it?
No, that's good. Hope everybody likes it. It was a real fun one to do. So.
Oh, everybody will love it. And this is Lady. If I could talk, that'd be good. This is Lady Redneck. And the song is called "Kiss Me."
Beside the green, green grass, swing, swing, swing the spinning set. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me upon its hanging tree. Bring your flowered hats. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map.
And that is Lady Redneck and the song Kiss Me. Beautifully done, my dear. Beautifully done.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I was just thinking while you were playing that. Did you ever see Marilyn Monroe sing Happy Birthday to President Kennedy?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny you'd say that. I have. As a matter of fact.
You could play, you could, dress your hair up a little bit and you could play that. Of course, you'd have to take a lot of barbiturates first, but no, you could do that sober, and because the voice you use there sounds like a Marilyn Monroe voice.
Yeah, that's really funny. That was actually part of how Lady Redneck came about. It was on my very first CD, and I was singing a song, and the producer, everybody was in the studio, they're like, "You sound like a redneck Marilyn." And then they're like a Lady Redneck. And that just it's stuck ever since. So
oh wow. So I was closer than I thought.
Yeah, you were really close. That's so funny. That's really funny.
But your voice is beautiful, and it's got a lot of soul to it, and it's real and stuff. So I think the world of you. I think you're gonna be big, young lady. You're going to be big.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that.
But if nothing else, you're gonna have a great time, and
yeah.
and enjoy everything that you got and everybody that's around you. So I was gonna ask you how you got Lady Redneck, but you told me how you got Lady Redneck already.
Well, you yeah, exactly.
Which is really cool. So, and that was did you ever see Jeff Foxworthy in his redneck series of jokes?
Oh yeah, they're hilarious. You might be a redneck if, all of those. They're so funny.
Exactly. What is the response that you get from people that actually may be rednecks when you're...
So some of them say like, "You're not redneck," or some of them, I don't know, all sorts of different things. And so I have to say, well, I'm also a lady. Like it says, lady and a redneck. Like, I don't know. It's funny. A lot of people will just accept me and just say like, "Oh, that's so cool and great." But I've had a couple people write and say, "You're not a redneck," and I'm like, well, who's to say who's redneck and who's not? Like,
well, here's
shoot guns. I do all that stuff. Like, just I don't know. So.
Here's a test. Do you have salad bowls that say Cool Whip on them?
I plead the fifth. No, just kidding. I have in the past, but right now I don't. But they are very useful. So
that's all right. When I grew up, when I was a kid and I was growing up, the Cool Whip containers made, rather than going to buy Tupperware, you would use the Cool Whip containers.
See, and I see nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all.
Neither do I. But as Jeff Foxworthy says, it's just a lack of sophistication is what he uses to describe a redneck. So a glorious lack of sophistication. But we all do that. And so all of us have got redneck tendencies in us.
Oh my gosh. Have you heard my song Rednecky Inside?
No.
Okay. That is what my whole song is about. And it talks about how we're all a little rednecky inside, because we've all got a little bit of redneck in us. Everybody does. So people that think that they don't, like, whether it's like eating your cereal in bed, or I don't even know what, like, there's rednecky things that we all do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. It's I can't think of anything off the top, but just we all do stuff that is that has a lack of sophistication. And it's just sometimes it's easier for us to do stuff. So, but I agree with you. We all have got redneck tendencies.
Yeah, some more than others, but we've all got something.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's I tell you, it's great fun. So, what you are going to tour? I hopefully this year, if not this year, next year, right?
Yeah, hopefully this year.
Are you going to go nationwide? Are you going to take your daughter with you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow, that would be fun.
Yeah,
Has she started to play and do stuff yet?
Yeah, so she plays the piano, and I've started her on ukulele, and she sings as well. So yeah,
very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a show called America's Got Talent?
Oh yeah. I have.
Think in 3 or 4 years she should be there.
I did. I'm actually taking her to the studio this Saturday, so it'll be her first time recording. But
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Cool. So now, is it your own studio? Is there somebody else that produces all your work?
So a guy named Brad Davis, he goes by the Shredder, and he's like a Grammy award winner. But he's played with everybody. Like he's toured with Marty Stewart and Johnny Cash. But he's toured with just about everybody. He played last year he was playing in Billy Bob Thornton's band, but he's got stories of, like, if you just start talking about like Shania or Reba or anybody, he'll tell you a story of like his experience with them. So he's played for years and years. He's actually trying to really promote his own music right now too, but he's just like an hour and 15 minutes away in a little town called Commerce. And so I just head up there and just record.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So what are you going to record this time?
Well, I'm going back. I'm not going to record on Saturday. Just my daughter is, but I'm going to be there the following week, and I'm kind of going back and forth between a couple of different songs. So I haven't decided 100% yet.
Well, I wish you well, whichever you decide to do. By the way, we've been talking with Lady Redneck. Go to ladyredneckmusic.com or ladyredneck.org, correct?
Yeah.
Boy, I remembered that all by myself. That was pretty good. And she'll sign, if you go to her website, she'll sign a CD if you buy one. That's really cool. I love the personal touch.
Thank you.
And she's got lots of merchandise for you to buy, and she's got lots of great music. She's got 5 or 6 CDs.
6 CDs out.
Oh, no, I've been asking a lot of you guys, because my son's really into it. Have you thought about putting your stuff on vinyl?
On what?
On actual records, the vinyl.
Yes, I am very much interested in vinyl. In fact, I thought it'd be really cool to get red vinyl.
Oh, it would be.
So I've kind of looked into it, but I need to get that done. So in fact, I might do that right before Christmas. That might be what I'll do. One of the things I'll do right before Christmas. That would be.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I love vinyl. I think it sounds so great. I love listening to it. So
it is, and because my son, he put up an MP3, a CD, and a vinyl, the same song, and I did not believe it before he did it, but there is a distinct difference in the sound of the songs. The vinyl, you can hear all the instrumentation as it was designed to be, rather than the MP3. No, and the CD not as much.
Very interesting. I believe that.
Yeah, so check that out. And also you can get $30 or $40 for a vinyl. So just saying.
That's true. A little bit of margin there.
Exactly. We've been talking with Lady Redneck, what I like to do is I'll give you the opportunity to say anything to your fans that you would like them to know right now.
I just want them to know how much that I truly appreciate them, because I know I would not be where I am without their support, and just that it really means so much to me, and that I'm just very, very grateful.
When is the next thing going to drop for you?
Well, I've got a new t-shirt. I'm sending out an email today about a new t-shirt, but later this week I'm going to announce when my next song will be out. So,
and how long is that going to be?
Just under a month.
Very good. Will you come back and preview it?
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
That would be awesome. You're an incredible lady, and you've got it all going on, and I would like to support you.
Thanks.
If I can.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So yes, so talk to Michael, and when the next song drops and near about that time, I'd love to have you on and preview it and talk about it and talk about you some more.
Sounds great. I'd love to do that. Sounds good.
Very good. I love your background, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And we've been talking with Lady Redneck, and I have to go, but I want you guys to stay. Well, no, you have to leave too, but I want her to stay because I've got to do this, and then I want to talk to her, and then I got to go and stuff. So hold on. Hey, and thanks for listening to this episode all the way to the end. Hey, pretty cool. Hey, don't forget to follow us so you can receive regular updates and new posts. And remember, take care of each other because each other's all we've got. See you next time on My Independence Report.